I mentioned that I just started reading Aristotle, and that's in the context of something I've mentioned before on the podcast, which is this online books seminar program that I'm involved in. And so my reading of Aristotle is in the context of all these other Greek works that we've already read, and that includes Homer, that includes some Plutarch, that includes Euripides, the great Greek tragedians, Plato, of course, and one theme that pops up constantly, especially in the Greek tragic plays, and especially in Euripides, who concludes more than one play with a variation on this, is this idea of call no man happy until he is dead. This idea attributed to Solon, the great Athenian lawgiver, among others. So what's your take on call no man happy until he is dead? What do you think they meant by it? What do you think truth is in it? What do you think we would mean by it if we said it as Catholics?
Well, there are a lot of theories about what they meant. Most of my students, when they first read that line in Aristotle, who quotes it, assume that he means that he's talking about the afterlife. Aristotle isn't talking about the afterlife. He's only talking about the happiness of this life. He doesn't know about the afterlife. But the way I understand him is this: look, if I'm reading a novel, you may say when I'm three-quarters of the way through the novel, is it a good book? Is it a good story? Should I go out and get a copy? Should I read it? And I might say, well, I don't know yet. Ask me when I'm finished. And you might say, well, have you been enjoying it? And I might say, well, yeah, I've enjoyed every page, but I still can't say if it's a good story. I won't know until the end if it really hangs together, if it really comes to anything, or if it just drizzles out in futility. Now, that can be true of a life, too. Happiness is something abiding. Happiness is sometimes... And happiness is not just a matter of how you feel. You know, you may be feeling good. You may feel good on every day of your life, and we may have to say that was not a happy life because it was in fact based on a delusion, and you didn't know it. But this came to light after you died. So I think that there are a lot of things about that which Catholics can accept as valid, as an insight, but we have some additional layers of depth that we can add onto it.